What do you think that took?
It took exactly one. Teach me about the Great Lakes. Teach me about the Great Lakes. Welcome back to Teach Me About the Great Lakes, a twice monthly podcast in which I, a Great Lakes novice, ask people who are smarter and harder working than I am to teach me all about the Great Lakes. My name is Stuart Carlton, and I work here with Illinois Indiana Sea Grant. And I'm so happy today to be joined by a first-time Teach Me About the Great Lakes host, Mr. Natty Morrison. Natty, Communication Coordinator for Illinois Indiana Sea Grant. How's it going?
Cowabunga, dude. Doing great.
Funny you should say cowabunga, Natty, because I'm actually going to start out this time with an important Great Lakes factoid that we got. And this actually is from listener, the Great Diane.
I'm literally on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear what Diane has to say.
Yeah, well, here's the thing is, so we have called, so I was driving to IAGLR, the International Associations for Great Lake Research Conference in Milwaukee. And on the way, I saw a sign for Sheboygan with an S. There are two Sheboygan. You probably didn't know that. There are two Sheboygans.
I knew that.
Yeah, one with an S, one with a C.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like me, Stuart Carlton. I got an S and a C. And anyway, and so the sign for Sheboygan said the Malibu of the Midwest, which I found to be a little bit incongruous with my perception of Malibu and a perception of the Midwest. But the listener Diane wrote in to correct us on that. And so that is this week's Great Lakes factoid. It's a Great Lakes factoid, a Great Lakes factoid. It's a great factoid about the Great Lakes.
Boygan.
Sheboygan is called the Malibu of the Midwest because it is the epicenter for surfing in the Midwest. Up on Lake Michigan there, which is where Sheboygan is, because we knew that. With the rocks there, and when the winds come in and the winds blows in the 20s, it makes really big waves, and people love to surf it. They have surf shops. All kind of stuff like that. And
fascinating.
So, yeah, it is fascinating. So anyway, and the key time is September through about March because they need those winds. And so the surfing there, according to visitsheboygan.net. We'll put the link in the show notes because my browser's closed. But according to the Sheboygan Visitor website, it's really intense because you have to like dodge ice.
Wow.
And Natty, you sound a lot like Megan Gunn. That's weird.
Working on the impression.
Yeah, that is good. But regardless, so there's like ice you have to dodge, and there's of course waves. There's probably some rocks.
All the best, the highlights of my favorite parts about surfing.
Yep.
Definitely is the ice and the rocks.
And of course, there are just thousands of surfers. I would assume. But I thought, Natty, actually, since you're relatively new here, and we don't really know each other that well, why don't we take a road trip to Sheboygan and check it out ourselves?
I would love nothing more than to be in the car with you for how many hours is this going to
be? Am I driving or you?
You.
I'm like 17 hours. I drive very slow.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's head out to the car here, Natty.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I got nothing going on.
Good. Excellent. And we'll walk on over there.
Yeah.
All right. So, Natty.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Not much. I did not know that you liked Buc-ee's that much.
I do. Do your windows roll up? I love the cold air.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man.
We're just prepping you for the water in the Malibu. Hey, look, there's a billboard for Sheboygan. Weird. Malibu. B-O-O.
Oh.
That's not what I expected at all.
That seems concerning.
Nah, it seems like everything's fine. Well, anyway, given that sound effect just ran out, it looks like we're there.
Wow.
Well, let's climb up out of the car. Sure. Thank you for shutting that door, and we'll walk on over to the beach. Yeah. Did you bring your surfboard? If not, we can rent one.
I did. It's huge.
Yes.
It's huge, and it was passed down to me from other surfers.
Yeah.
In my family.
That's great. I did not realize how strong you were to carry such a large board.
It is both a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, your strength.
Yes, dude. Big time.
Yeah, sometimes your strength really is.
Do you know how often people ask me to help them move?
No.
Like at least once a summer.
There you go. Anyway, hey, look at that. All right, here we are approaching the beach there. You can hear the waves. Look at that on beautiful Lake Michigan. Wait a minute. Megan, the lake lover Gunn, is that you?
It is me. What are you guys doing here?
Oh, we're coming to surf. Look at Natty's huge surfboard.
It is.
It's a pretty cool surfboard.
Yeah.
It's got a huge picture of me on it. Yeah. You can see it. People commented on it. They said, "Did you know that you were going to be surfing on yourself?"
Yeah.
And I said, Yes.
Ethan
Howdy,
Chitty.
folks.
I didn't know you like to surf as well.
Well, it's more I get on a surfboard and then I fall down in the water, but it's an enjoyable task.
It sure is, especially in this beautiful water this time of year up in North Lake, Michigan. Wait, who's that out on the water coming in now? Hanging 11? Geneva Langland from Michigan Sea Grant. We haven't seen you in 2 years. How are you?
Hey, couldn't hold me back. I heard the surf was up and I had to come hang out with some of my favorite Sea Grant folks.
That's gnarly, Geneva. I'm so glad to see you here with your radical surf stuff. Oh, wait. So I didn't even know you could do a handstand on a surfboard. But there,
Yes.
skating over just gargantuan waves. It is. That's the full dog herself. Carolyn Foley, research coordinator, Illinois, Indiana Sea Grant. How are you, Carolyn?
Yo, what's up? Hang loose.
Oh, and for those, this is a audio medium, but since we're out in the field and I can see what Carolyn's doing, she was doing the pinky and thumb thing.
Yeah. It's also the secret
Yo,
signal
what's
for
up,
like
hang
he's
loose.
been drinking.
Oh,
But also call me.
Yeah, it can be. It's all three.
there's a lot going on.
It's a rich tapestry.
It is, much like life itself. Well, this is fantastic. I had no idea we would see you out here, and the odds of seeing you among the just thousands of surfers out there right now
I know.
in the Malibu of the Midwest are just tremendously low. Well, that's great.
It's been a really nice day. Very cold, but nice.
Well, that's why you have that wetsuit on.
Yep.
It's interesting
Yep.
it has a big maple leaf on it. That's an unusual wetsuit. Especially because Lake Michigan is the only Great Lake contained, as you probably know. Actually, you know what? What the heck? Hold on. It's a Great Lakes factoid. A Great Lakes factoid. It's a great factoid about the Great Lakes. Carolyn, did you know that Lake Michigan is the only Great Lake entirely contained within the United States?
I did, but thank you for reminding me.
No problem. And it depends very specifically on your Michigan Huron opinions, and we're aware of yours. Well, anyway, this is fantastic. I'm so excited to learn all about surfing. I have never surfed except for the net. And and so I'm just lucky to work with all of these surfing professionals to teach me all about the surfing the Great Lakes. So should we go out and do the surfing?
Yeah, let's go do the surfing.
All right.
Battle on
Here
out.
we go.
Right now. I'm really cold. Why don't we start a fire?
Carolyn, you wouldn't be so cold out here on the coast if you would adopt my 19 teens woolen swimwear rather than these silly wetsuits.
And the way your hair is slicked and you've got a handlebar mustache, Ethan, it's quite the look for you. It's like you're on the
Sounds
inside of a
kinda
hoist
itchy.
helmet.
Guys, just be honest with me. Does my surfboard look cool?
Needs another coat of wax.
Okay, but
Hey, Stuart, can we start a fire?
Yeah, it is. You know what? Let's
you know what? We can use my surfboard as timber.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's go ahead and
Thank you
break.
for your sacrifice to keep us
That's,
warm.
yeah, we appreciate you for doing that. Yeah, let's
Watch
go.
me burn.
Natty, do you want to go ahead and... Oh, Ethan's there. What do you know? He's handy. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, getting him out of your... That's good, Ethan. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in there.
Really struggling. You know why his hands are wet from all the
Yeah.
surfing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I probably should have put
Should've
them on the
carried them
beach
in
rather
your
than
woolen-
bringing them
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah.
Giving them in your pocket.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, the wool didn't keep them dry, did they?
Ooh.
So warm.
There we go. All cozy.
Better.
Boy, you know, being out on a beautiful night like this on Lake Michigan, just with some great friends after a great day of surfing in the Malibu of the Midwest, with just thousands upon thousands of people out there surfing. This really is the life. Lake Michigan, what a lake.
Hey, we've got a campfire going, and it's almost, the end in the middle of fall kind of thing. Anybody have a scary story to tell?
Oh,
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I've got a scary story. You guys ready?
Yes. Go for it, Geneva.
Okay. All right, I'll kick us off. So, yes, hello. It's Spooky Lake Month, where we're doing 31 days of haunted hydrology. If that sounds familiar, it's because social media maven Geo Rutherford is back right now with another round of her massively popular video series, Spooky Lake Month.
Lakey Award winning. You might want to point out, Geneva. Lakey Award
Lakey,
winning.
with her Lakey award-winning popular video series, Geo, and friend of Wisconsin Sea Grant, is an artist and writer from Wisconsin who goes by Geodosaurus on Instagram and TikTok. And since 2020, she's spent the month of October highlighting waterways around the world that are marked by, in her words, natural phenomenon, scientific oddities, human interactions, environmental disasters, or mysteries lurking beneath the surface. Geo has featured deadly submarine disasters, drownings at dams, toxic waste pools, fatal shipwrecks, and the list goes on. At the end of every video, she gives the phenomena a rating of 1 through 10 spookies. But 31 days every year over 5 years, that's a lot of spooky lakes. And it makes me wonder how on earth Geo finds all these examples of boiling rivers and terrifying floods and nuclear power stations around the world. So what if could Geo be behind it all? Did Geo reach up from the depths of Lake Superior to pull the Edmund Fitzgerald into its watery grave?
Oh!
Did Geo sabotage the blueprints for the 1980s New Jersey water park that was so dangerous people literally left their teeth embedded in the sides of the water slide? Is Lake Baikal only that deep because Geo dug it deeper?
Oh.
It may be Spooky Lake Month right now, but watch out. If Geo gets her way, if she turns up the temperature on more boiling rivers, if she drags more submarines into the deep, it could be Spooky Lake Month all year round.
That's not a bad theory, Geneva.
Some powerful strings seem to be getting pulled, and I know we should look at Geo herself.
I think so too.
Did you hear that?
No.
What was that?
Earth? Probably just a rogue surfer, I guess.
I would probably know if I heard it again.
Yeah. Anyway, that's fun. That's great, Geneva. Does anybody else have any scary stories they want to tell?
Do you ever wonder what it's like to be alone in the middle of Lake Michigan? Not on a boat, not swimming, just floating, anchored, tethered, watching. I'm a weather buoy, station 45170. My job? Monitor the lake, report the wind, measure the waves, track the temperatures, and send video of conditions back to shore. I don't sleep. I don't blink. I just wait. Most nights, it's quiet. Just the slap of the water against my hull. The hum of my sensors. The whisper of the currents below. But then came that night. The fog rolled in thick, like a wet shroud pulled over the lake. My solar panels hadn't seen the sun in days. My batteries were low. My signal was weak. And I heard it. A motor. Faint at first, but wrong. Not on course. No lights. No registration. Just drifting. It came closer. I felt its hull slice through the water, and I calculated its trajectory. It was wrong. Very wrong. I activated my beacon, flashed my strobe, screamed out into the void, "Watch out! Danger!" But it didn't change course. No, it turned towards me and got louder, and the engine fired higher and higher. It began to roar as it came towards me. "Stop! Stop!" I screamed. Then I heard a scream. It wasn't mine. The boat hit me hard. I spun. I felt a tugging sensation. My sensors went wild. My anchor cable snapped. I was adrift. But that wasn't the worst part. As I floated, I scanned the wreckage. The boat was half submerged. No movement, no crew. Just silence. Until I saw it. I saw him. A figure standing on the deck, pale, still, watching me. I tried to transmit, no response. I tried to record, but my camera flickered. The figure didn't move, didn't speak, just stared. And then it stepped off the boat into the water and vanished. I drifted for hours, the currents pushing me in circles and then out away from shore. The lake grew colder, deeper. Then I began to tip. My stem was cracked, the world slowly turning sideways. One sensor shut off.
Oh.
Then another dropped out, and another. My camera staring out across the water, the reflection of my strobe starting to blind me from the side now. Then the water started to slip over my lens. All I could see was water and bubbles. It got darker and darker and colder, and I felt squeezed by the pressure. I was dropping quickly now, watching as my mooring line floated beside me for the first time. I sank deeper and deeper past the thermocline into the black. Down where the sturgeon sleep, where wrecks from 100 years ago lie frozen in time, where the water is still and the silt is thick. Thud. I hit the bottom. And then the lake buried me, slowly, softly, like it was tucking me in. I can't transmit. I can't float. But as long as my batteries hold out, I can still watch. I can watch as the mussels slowly make me into their home. And sometimes, when the silt shifts, I can see it again. That figure, pale, still, watching me, haunting me. So if you're ever out on Lake Michigan and your instruments flicker, if your compass starts to spin, if you hear a ping from down below, don't investigate. Run. Because I'm still watching. And so is it.
Oh my goodness, Ethan.
Holy
Go
smokes!
rescue the buoy.
Some great
terrifying.
production value. Right
Yeah,
there.
well, so I can't believe you. I mean, you speak extemporaneously like this with such a poetic elocution. It's just amazing.
Well, we all have our skills.
Yeah, that we do. That's genuinely creepy. I've been thinking about the buoys lately, and so that's quite a lot.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
I don't know what that was. That was weird. Well, anyway, being out here,
Bless you.
thank you, up in Wisconsin, which we all know is where Sheboygan is, the one with the S. The one with the C, of course, is in Michigan. It reminds me of, we've had a couple great episodes with people from the place that I'm about to remember the name of, with people from the Wisconsin National Marine Sanctuary. No, we haven't had any. Have we had any? No, it's all been from the Shipwreck Museum, right?
Thunder Bay.
F that. No. Wisconsin has a shipwreck museum. Thunder Bay is in
Separate?
Michigan.
They're all the same lake.
Lightning code.
Well, thinking about, let me try that again. Thinking about the bottom and things sinking like that, it reminds me of shipwrecks. And we love to have episodes about shipwrecks. We've done a shipwreck draft. And we spoke with our great friend, teacher about the Great Lakes Hall of Famer, Stephanie Gondula, about shipwrecks. And there's a new National Marine Sanctuary here in Wisconsin, actually. And there's shipwrecks nearby. And one of them is the senator. And I was actually thinking about the senator lately because there's a story. There's this guy, his name was Anderson. And Anderson was on hard times, very hard times. In this economy, there's a lot of inflation. And then on top of that, there's a lot of uncertainty at the federal level in terms. And Anderson was relying on some federal funds that got discontinued. And so it was really rough times for Anderson. But fortunately, he was also an extraordinarily skilled diver. And so off the coast of the sanctuary is a very famous ship called the Senator. And the Senator, turns out, it had sunk in 1929. Not the most famous crash in 1929, of course. But that was when the big stock market crash was. Yeah. All right. Anyway, and so Anderson, though, had unusual skill. People, they're just now starting to be able to image this thing with some new technology that they're using. They want to try and eventually go and see the Endeavor, or the Endeavor, whatever it is in South. It doesn't matter. In Antarctica.
Endurance.
The Endurance, thank you. Yeah, not the Endeavor. They're endeavoring to see the Endurance. That's what had me confused. And anyway, but so it was carrying a bunch of cars, like vehicles to it, and it was going to go to a car show in Detroit, or as they say, they're in Detroit. And so it was endeavoring to go to Detroit with all these cars, and it crashed, man, because that happens with boats. And so it's a big shipwreck and it went down. And that's the most famous one. It's very hard to dive there, though, because it's 415 feet down, which is quite the depth. But Anderson, being a skilled diver and having both extra time and not much money, thought that he could probably make it down there. And so he said to himself, I'm going to make it down there. And so he got his diving equipment. He actually got it in Sheboygan. Not only do they surf here, but if you know the right places, you can get really good dive equipment. And so he went into the to Sheboygan. He drove in. He saw the surfers. There were thousands of surfers. And while everybody's out there surfing, he went to like the little behind the dive shop. So you go into the dive shop, into Johnson's dive shop, and you ask Johnson, "Is there a snorkeling stuff here?" And Johnson says, "No, there's not." And then Johnson starts to point this way, and you say, "Are you sure there's not?" And Johnson says, "Absolutely not. There isn't." So Anderson saw that and I said, okay. Walked outside, went around back, and there was a little hut this big, just big enough for a person. No more, maybe two people, because I just realized he has to be able to get in there too. And so there were room for two people in this hut. And so he goes in there, and you're not going to guess, there was the guy there renting out snorkeling equipment, and this guy had long hair and he had spirally eyes. Very weird.
no.
Yeah, unusual situation. Most people don't have this. And like he had a wily beard, and like there was like little bits of fish in there and some mussels, and it looked like maybe even some gobies in there. Yeah. And Anderson said, what are the odds of having seen that here? Anyway, can I get some snorkeling equipment? And the guy said, well, are you going to investigate the benthos? And Anderson said, well, of course I'm investigating the benthos. That's all I know about is the benthos. Fine. So he gets some snorkeling equipment. What's he get, Megan? He gets like some tanks.
Well, that's diving equipment, but yeah.
Oh, that's
Get
what I
some
meant.
tanks.
Yeah. He got some tanks and one of those little
'Cause
mouth
he needs to go
things.
415 feet.
Yeah, he's not going to snorkel that. He's very
he'll get
good.
a dry
He's-
suit.
Yeah,
You
he
gotta
got a
stay
dry
warm.
suit. Yeah, got to stay warm. He got one of those dry suits. The little flippers, got some
Yeah,
flippers.
his fins.
Yeah, got those. And he painted on those. He painted pictures of the little gobies that
I
he'd
like
seen.
that.
Yep.
Was it rented? He painted, so he desecrated the rented.
Was
It's expected.
was this the big spun brass dry suit?
Oh,
down there?
Right, no. It's just a regular. Anyway, so
A
then he
newer
went, and he got going. Okay. And he dove down deep using all of his extreme snorkeling skill. And he went down there and he found the ship, which, as you remember, is called the Senator. And anyway, so there he is on the Senator, and he saw the deck of the ship was just covered in cars. Not just any cars, 1929 cars, which are kind of cool in a retro sort of way, right? And because the shipwreck is in freshwater, not salt, it's in much better condition than shipwrecks are, right? Yeah, it's something that we've learned in this show. Anyway, and so he said, fine, car here, that's a neat car there. But he knew what he was looking for was very deep down inside of it, an experimental car. A government experimental car that nobody knew about except him because he had read about it on the dark web. And so he went down there and deep into the bottom of the ship. And there, shining black with a strobe light and a aroused mast, or whatever you said earlier, activated, there was this experimental car, and it was shining gold. And oh my goodness, it was made out of gold. Now, Anderson's a good diver, but he's not very strong. His surfboard is only 4 feet. But so he grabbed all the gold that he could, stuffed it in his little pockets, and used the goby painted fins to climb out. And he knew they'd be coming after him, so he said, what am I going to do? How am I going to get out of here? So he ran to his car, tried to start his car, it wouldn't start. Oh, this is no good. So he said, what am I going to do? And he went and looked, and he saw nearby, he heard the sounds of a train. He heard a train honking, right? Yeah. And he said, all right. Tooting, yeah. It's like, I don't know where a train's going. It's probably a southbound, going all the way to Georgia. And so he thought he would hop on this train. So he ran over to the train track, hopped on the train. And he looked around, and he started to feel really guilty. He said, wait a minute, I might get caught. If I get caught, I might go to jail, and I can't go to jail. I'm a city boy. And so anyway, so what he said I have to do, I have to take control of this train. So he started in the caboose, which is the back car in the very train. And he went up through the dining car, the sleeping car, very carefully through the quiet car and the party car.
Is he still in his scuba gear?
He had taken it off. Thank you for asking. Yeah, he had taken it off.
You said he wasn't very strong. Wow, that's kind of impressive.
Did he get his deposit back or anything? Or?
At this point, he's got so much gold, he doesn't care. I mean, he couldn't carry that much, but gold is very expensive. And so, all right, so he sneaks up and he sees the train driver, and he just pushes the train driver out of the train. And he gets in there.
It's murder.
So anyway, he's driving, and the train, it comes to the train station. And he's like, oh, no. He's like, I guess I got to slow down. So he slows down. And they stop, and there the police are waiting for him, and they catch him. And they say, you murdered the train guy, the engineer. And Anderson said, yeah, I did. I mean, there's just no two ways around this.
Forgot about that.
In this economy, though, what do you want me to do? And so they said, well, the punishment for that in this state of Wisconsin is the electric chair. And Anderson said, oh, that's unfortunate.
Wish it wasn't.
Yeah. So anyway, they sat him down, quick trial, guilty. And they sat him down in the electric chair. Or before, they're like, what do you want for your last meal? And he said, well, I saw those gobies. That looked pretty good. I think I would like 7 goby dog sandwiches. 7 goby dogs. And he said, okay, fine. It's your last meal. This is famously, you have to get whatever. It's just the rules. And so he ate the 7 goby dogs. He dragged them through the garden and got the pickles and whatever. And he said, there could be a business here. And so he ate the goby dogs, and they put him onto the electric chair. And they pulled the electric chair lever. And all the electricity came electrifying in, and he shook a little bit, and Anderson did, and then nothing happened. And they looked around, they pulled the lever, the electricity went, he shook, nothing happened. He said, okay. Well, the penalty was, the head electrifier said, the penalty was that you had to get the electric chair, and you did, so I guess we got to let you go. So they unstrapped him and let him go. Anderson was off. And he said, now, wait a minute, I'm going to do this again. So he went back to the shop. The guy wasn't there, so he was just able to grab 3 or 4 pairs just in case he needs it for any given reason of dive stuff. And so he put the dive stuff on his back, went back out to the center, dove down. Secret chamber, guess what? More gold. Put in his pockets, went back up. His car had been towed. He was like, well, what am I going to do now? And he heard the train. Beep, beep, beep. It's like, sure, I got caught the first time, but this time I'm prepared. So he ran on the train, caboose, tiny car, quiet car, up to the front. And he said, this time I'm going to do it differently. And so he put a blindfold on the guy. And he's like, nice job. And a little gag. And so he said, all right, now when we get to the train station, I need you to play it cool, man. Don't worry, everything will be fine. So I got to the train station, and the train station guy said, why is this guy blindfolded? At that point, Anderson realized his plan was maybe a little half-baked. And so he hit the accelerator on the train, threw the guy out the window.
Again, murder, number 2.
And then kept on driving. Then he pulled into Chicago, slowed down. Police were there, and they said, oh, this is no good. We're going to have to arrest you. And in Chicago, the penalty is electric chair. He said, no way, what are the odds? And so they put him in the electric chair, last meal, and they said, and the guy from Wisconsin said, he's going to want the Goby dogs. Don't give him the Goby dogs. And he said, I want 7 Goby dogs. You can't have 7 Goby dogs. Can't do it. What about 5? Fine, 5 Goby dogs. So he had 5 Goby dogs, last meal. They did the electric chair thing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Anyway, so he did it again, did more, and this time he drove the train, but it was a real problem because he was coming up and there were like 3 people. The train had a split. And there were 3 people on the left side of the track, 1 person on the right side of the track. And he was headed toward the left side of the track, but he had a moment where he could pull a lever and go to the right side of the track, saving those 3 lives. He's like, I don't even know what to do. And so he drove and he pulled the lever and like the train hit something and fell off of the track and killed them all. Murder. And so they brought him in. This time with 3 Goby dogs. They gave him 3 Goby dogs and they're like, what is going on? Electric chair, nothing. But he said to himself, this is great. I'm invincible. It was amazing. So he did it again, and it was like a Groundhog Day situation. The train kept getting into worse and worse crashes that were increasingly his fault, and they kept trying to electrify him, and it wasn't happening. Finally, the Supreme Court of the state of Illinois said, all right, one more time. Same deal happened, gold, et cetera, and they pulled the thing, and absolutely nothing happened one last time. So they said, I guess you're free to go at this point. So Anderson took his gold, he looked over the wreckage of the dozens and dozens of trains, and he left. And so the head electrifier looked at the other guy and said, what do you think happened here exactly? Why do you think he was unable to be executed this way? And they looked at each other, they looked at the trains, and they said, I guess he just wasn't that good of a conductor.
Oh, oh no.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna say that it was because the Goby dogs made him invincible.
No, that's what we call in the storytelling industry a red herring.
So just I mean, gold's kind of heavy.
Yeah.
But there are a few holes. Okay, so
I
I
was definitely
do
thinking,
have
surely he got the
truly
wins.
terrifying story. Okay.
Well, everybody knows that you want to get your scuba gear from a privy behind a shop.
From a guy with spiral eyes who keeps showing up.
Yeah, what about the guy with the spiral eyes? That would have been way better.
I mean,
Was
I've
his
never done
beard
this
wet?
before I died.
I don't know.
All the things alive.
I mean, just
in
go
it.
listen to old episodes. I don't know. He just
Yeah.
keeps
So, okay.
Not
so
my problem.
truly terrifying. Okay, ready?
Embraced.
Rising water levels. Changing water levels. Increased flooding. precipitation changes and ocean acidification that can even happen in the Great Lakes. That's it. That's my story.
I'm haunted. I'm truly haunted, Carolyn. Yes. My teeth are chattering in fear. What on earth?
Oh, that's great, though. No, it's really super to be out here with a bunch of friends. Wait, what is this?
You could say, Stuart, this thing is starting to go off the rails.
No, nothing ever goes off. Anyway, but out here, it's fine. We haven't even opened up whatever Megan brought in her ice chest tonight yet. But that's all
It's
fine.
okay.
No, it's fine. Anyway, this is super fun to do. Did you hear that?
I did. This time I definitely did.
You definitely heard that. That's weird. Wait, what is that over there?
It's really nice to be sitting here with you all. Lake Michigan really has some of the prettiest shorelines, I think, in all of the Great Lakes. I haven't really appreciated the Wisconsin side of the lake as much as I've appreciated the Michigan
No, that's
side.
true.
But
That's the nice thing about coming to
pretty
to the
awesome.
Malibu of the Midwest is it gives you that, right? And really, I mean, just it enables this wonderful time. So not only is it, of course, a critical water resource, but, you know, really, the friends we've made along the way, just excellent on account of Lake Michigan. So that is super.
What? Lake Michigan is good. Why do you get a hold of me?
what the?
Who are
That's
you?
right. I'm here. I am the Gloat, the greatest lake of all time. I'm the biggest, I'm the baddest. I'm the largest freshwater lake on the whole planet by surface area. I've got more water in me than all the Great Lakes put together. Face it, Lake Michigan is just my runoff.
Really? You think you're the biggest?
I mean, I'm the Gloat.
I mean, you're spread across two distinct countries. You are not even near the biggest in the United States, and we know that's the important.
Well, that's mighty parochial of you, but I am the cleanest of the clearest of the Great Lakes. Like you can see your little tootsies. Try doing that in Lake Michigan.
No. A bunch of it, like Lake Michigan and Lake Huron, are becoming way more oligotrophic and clear than you. And technically, they're collectively the same lake, and they're bigger than you. But yeah, they can see they're getting super clear. They're getting clearer than you even.
Clean and clear isn't always the best thing.
Okay,
That's true.
Well, it's right there in my name, Lake Superior. They would not have called me that if I were not superior. I mean, it's literally in the name, Lake Superior. So Lake Michigan, oh, look at me, all in one country. I have no tariffs on me. But I am not the best lake on account of my name is in Lake Superior.
Who are you trying to convince here, man? Me or you?
That's it. I've had enough.
Oh, gosh, it's coming for us. Look out.
What?
I didn't know a lake could have a mouth, but look at that
Oh,
mouth
come
there.
on!
Teach Me About the Great Lakes is brought to you by the fine people at Illinois Indiana Sea Grant. We encourage you to check out the cool stuff we do at iiseagrant.org and ILIN Grant on Facebook. Lots of other social media. Insta, Blue Sky, the old Blue Ski, whatever. Our senior producer, I'm going to do all this one, sorry.
Okay. Nope, that's fine. I just found it. I don't need it.
Our senior producer is Scarolyn Foley, and our Teach Me About the Great Lakes is produced by Megan the Loaded Gun and I Scream Miles. Ethan, watch out for that axe, Eugene Chitty. I don't know, is there a... Watch out for that axe, Ethan Chitty. Ethan's our associate producer and fixer. Our coordinating producer is Moti Agunbiade. Today's stories were brought to you by the Teach Me About the Great Lakes team and our good friend Geneva Haunted Langland. And our super fun cast artwork is by Joel Davenport. The show is edited by Sandra Rise from Your Grave Swoboda. Except no, it was edited by me. Today's show is edited by me.
Yeah.
Boert Carlton.
Aw.
If you have a question or comment about the show, Please email it to teachmeaboutthegreatlakes. Please email it to teachmeaboutthegreatlakes@gmail.com. G is in very scary. Or leave a message on our hotline at 765-496-IISG 4474. For those
You
of you
can be forgiven. You've been attacked by a lake today.
G for forgiven.
Yes.
Or if you want to send us a postcard. We love postcards. 195 Marsteller, West Lafayette, Indiana, 47906.
47907.
Both of them will get to us.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you all.
I'm
for
just glad
listening
that you said that you would edit this.
Grading
instead
those
of me.
Whoa.
And keep grading those lakes.
Give me that yell one more time.
Oh, the Howard Dean scream?
Yeah.
Gotta give me a minute. It's on a different
Wishing
tab.
you and yours a lovely, spooky season.
Enjoy those fall colors while they last. The trees are dying.
That's me trying to get the timing.
Wait, did it just spit out a mizzen mast?